We're here with the winning team, Thomas More. First, congratulations on making it to the next round in the Final Four. Coach, can you start off and talk a little bit about today?
What a great game. I think the crowd really helped us out late in the third quarter, fourth quarter especially, when we were able to get a few stops. It was back forth. We make a few shots and get up 16 in the first half, and then all of a sudden their transition and offensive rebounding cut it down, and it's a 5-point game at halftime, and then they just come out on fire from the three, making all kinds of threes on us, and we made some mistakes, and they took advantage of them, which a very good ball club does. And so we found a way at the end of the day to fight through it and dominate the fourth quarter, outscoring 31-15, and a credit to our seniors, the four here, Michaela, Madison, Kelly, and Shelby, of leadership and just keeping everybody on the same page and making sure that we were able to be in this position to be able to move forward.
What do you see as the defining moments of the game?
I think Madison just getting to the basket and then, finding Shelby a couple times on the layup when they helped, and I think Kayla Sander hit a big three from the top for us that really got us going again, because it was back and forth. They took the lead, it was back and forth. I don't know if we ever got down more than 2 or 3, but we couldn't stop them for a while. They probably shot 60% or something like that the third quarter, and I know they shot the heck out of the three, and we're trading 3 for 2s, which is not good math. Putting the ball in Madison's hands and just letting her make decisions and do those things, but then we were able to get stops. We were finally able to get some stops and control their scoring. So it was a combination of all of it.
For you girls, your motto this season has been unfinished business, looking back at last year. Now that you made it past where you were last year, what will it take to get to the final?
I think our motto, unfinished business, was just because we came up 1 game short, sort of 2 games short, but we made it to the Final Four last year. But our goal was to obviously win a national championship, and we worked really hard this year on coming together and building our culture, and also just playing hard for one another. And I think that helps a lot and has showed. And I think us continuing to play hard and really focus on these teams that we have coming up is the main goal right now.
For you seniors, you've been in this position before. What do you tell the underclassmen heading into Final Four week?
Really just to remain calm, not try to get involved in the crowd or in the game, and just do what we do best and do what we've been doing all year and not overthink anything, because it's just another game. And the underclassmen are so good at just coming together with us and we just need to stay together as a team for the most part.
Yeah, I think just having confidence in themselves and trusting our process throughout the entire journey.
And just keeping the culture, because that's what Thomas More is all about, coming together as a team on and off the court and staying united.
Jeff, you were down 62-60 with 8 minutes left in the game. You went on a 10-0 run. What does that tell you about this team?
A lot of pride, a lot of heart, because they got questioned at halftime. Just with how things were going and the way we were doing, because it's one of the things we talked about, who was going to impose the will the best, and I thought we did the first quarter, and then they flipped the switch, WashU did, and imposed their will on us the second quarter, and got back into it, got it to 5, and then it was just trading baskets, and I think just our character showed a lot today, and how resilient. I've said this a lot with it seems like in the last couple of weeks because of fighting back last week against Trine. And you got a bunch of seniors. There's 10 seniors out there playing, 6 for WashU and these 4. Nobody wants it to end. And so we made more plays down the stretch. And, you got to tip cap to those guys at WashU. But our guys get a lot of credit for hanging in there and battling. We could have folded, but we did. And, we were able to move on.
How were you guys able to adjust to the fast tempo offense of Washington?
I don't know if we adjusted very well, but just trying to get people back in transition. Also making some shots helps, eliminate their transition a little bit. We didn't do that very well second quarter when they were able to get out. And then Shelby made a great steal in the third quarter, I think, when they tried to throw ahead to Homily one time, and I think that might have been one of the last times they threw it, or they threw it out of bounds another time. And so it kind of limited what they were doing there. But they were executing so well in the half court, we couldn't ever get that stop we needed to get the momentum back.
And when the team's hitting threes like that, and that step back three, just everything's going in, I mean, how do you not think, we're in trouble? How do you not panic?
I think it just comes with experience. We have a couple juniors, a couple sophomores that were here last year, and you can't let that one play define the rest of the game. You just got to move on. You have to come down and make a play to score on offense to either get those 3 points back, or just make sure that you score and then get to stop the next play.
I definitely think experience was a big thing because all year we've been playing tough teams and we've been in situations like this before, and I think that's helped us a lot of playing these tough teams all year.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I got it. Sorry. How have your roles changed? Because you guys came in as freshmen, won a championship, and a lot of your roles have changed over these 4 years. What have you learned, and how have you been able to fit in and now get back to this point where hopefully you can go out on the same note?
I think for myself, I've tried to become more of a vocal leader, especially in high school. I was always lead by example, and I realized the importance of having vocal leaders because we had great vocal leaders when I was a freshman with Sam, Katie, and Lex, and Sid. And after losing all of them, it definitely changed how our team was, culture-wise, and just to not have that voice. And so I feel like for myself, I focused a lot on being more vocal. And even if I'm doing bad, I try to make sure that everyone else has come together and remains focused and confident in one another.
Yeah, I went from being a starter to injured to coming off the bench, and I feel like my role has been just as important every single year, just pushing my teammates and continuing to work hard every day at practice to get us where we need to be.
Mine's definitely showing by example and also being a vocal leader, so being both on and off the court. Definitely on the court, just kind of like what Michaela said, pushing everyone and to make sure that they're doing what they need to do.
Yeah, I've definitely tried to be more of a vocal leader because I'm not really one that's going to get on you or tell you to do something better or anything, so definitely trying to do that because like Madison said, our leadership our freshman year was unbelievable. It was awesome, and just having those seniors there to pick us up when we needed to I think that always helps a team. And really just for me, looking at the basket more this year, and because we looked to score many times, and we obviously need more people to score, so just definitely looking at the basket more.
I think the maturity, how they've matured as young ladies is really showing throughout the season. And, we're going to miss them when that time comes. Hopefully it's after 2 more wins. But, what they're going to do in the future, and that's the most important thing for us, is how they represent Thomas More now, but also when they graduate. We're going to be proud of them.
And last game in this building, that's meant a lot to you guys. Only 1 loss here in 4 years, and just the way the crowd gets into it. And I don't know if I've ever heard as loud as I did tonight.
Yeah.
You weren't here last night?
No, I wasn't.
I don't know where you were at, since you were not here then.
That is true. WashU fans are loud too.
Yeah.
I'm sitting right in front of them. Just
Before
reflecting on.
you put you in a good spot.
I know. I earned it by not being here. That's my punishment. What is this arena, and what has it meant to you just to see all the alumni coming back year after year, and just it hasn't changed. It's just become more of a scene here.
Yeah. I think that especially this being our last game here was something that we kept preaching at halftime, even before the game. Just this is our last game here. You don't want to go out with a loss. And we said at halftime, before we started the third quarter, we want to win for our fans. We want to win for everybody that came to support us, for all the alumni that's gotten us here and built the culture, built this program up to where it has been. Obviously, our team goal is to win a national championship, but you obviously want to win for everybody from the past years and who just has been so supportive of us all year long.
Yeah, fans are definitely awesome. It keeps us into the game. It keeps everybody into the game, and it's so nice to be at home and have that fan base. It's really great to have that.
The fans definitely keep us going. We come together as a team, but the fans are always there for us.
Yeah, the whole reason I came to this school was because of the family atmosphere, and outside shows that the support is unreal here, so I couldn't ask for a better school and program to be a part of.
I'm good. I'll let you guys go.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Folks, before you all disappear, I want to introduce myself. My name is JJ Neckloff, and you'll see a little bit more of me because I work for the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, the co-host down in Salem, Virginia.